Hey everybody, Joe here.
And it's Momma D. Welcome to our channel.
Yep, welcome to the Joe and Momma D channel here on YouTube again. All right, we're here today because about a month or so ago we went on our first cruise. And we posted all those videos of the first cruise. If you haven't seen them yet, please go check them out. And while you're there, please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. All right. We're going to go back a little bit here because we're going to tell you about the do's and don'ts of what we figured out, on the first cruise, just like everybody else. Uh, we've had about 2 years to prepare for this, because we originally were supposed to go on this first cruise back in 2020, and of course everybody knows everybody's
COVID.
cancels got canceled.
That's COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID, so everybody's cruises got canceled. So we just waited it out and waited it out, and finally decided to go in May of this year, 2022. And fortunately, what we did was perfect timing because everything was wide open. The ship was at full capacity. It was a great time, but there's a few things that we learned along the way. Even though we studied everybody's videos for 2 years straight, everybody who gave tips on cruising, EECC Travels, Jason and Alyssa, correct me if I'm wrong, either way. But Lolita Loca, the Travel Scouts, all these sea cruisers. We watched all these videos from all these, I don't want to use the professional cruisers, but they are seasoned cruisers, okay? And we said, okay, we're learning all these tips and trips. Yeah, I can talk, believe me, I can. Tips and tricks along the way, and we figured we're going to be ready for this thing. We know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
We were not ready.
No, throw that out the window because if you're going on your first cruise, you're going to do all the same mistakes we made. First of all, we went on Carnival. As you can see, this is our Carnival cruise wall here, our memorabilia from the first cruise. And so I'm not sure, I have no idea about other cruise lines, NCL or Royal or anybody else. All we know is about Carnival, at least for this trip. And we were on the Dream, which was, it was a beautiful ship, had a great time. But the one thing, you were allowed to do was to bring on a carry-on was two 12-packs of soda.
And two bottles of wine.
And 2 bottles of wine. You had one each, all right? That's, as far as the drinks and alcohol that you were allowed to bring on board. Of course, they inspect all that stuff, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But we found out, and I'm sorry, don't let me forget here, we pre-ordered bottled water to be sent at the room waiting for us. I figured 2 12-packs of water would be sufficient. It was more than sufficient, Probably could have got away with just one. The 2 12-packs of soda, we left most of it there for the crew or whoever got it, once they came in and cleaned out the room or anything. The 2 bottles of wine, never drank it. Wound up giving it to another couple the night before we pulled in Cosimo, or did we give it to him?
It's before Cosmo. I think Cosmo.
Well, either way, we wound up giving it away because we just didn't drink it. I mean, there was so much hustle and bustle going on the ship. The only time we were back at the room was to sleep, change clothes, shower, whatever. I mean, the normal thing. Just one thing you can look at your room as being, it's a hotel room. Okay. And if you're on vacation, unless you're, everything's being done at the hotel, wherever you're at, all the places you're going, you're rarely at the room itself except to sleep, change clothes, and shower. Well, that's why a lot of the soda, a lot of the water, the stuff that we bought didn't even get used. So
we're not much of a drinker, so
yeah, and that was the other thing too. We didn't get the Cheers package or the unlimited drink package because we don't drink that much. As a matter of fact, we did the majority of our drinking was the very first day, and in the end, we wound up spending like $141 on total between the two of us for the whole cruise. At the end, our bill was like $141 on the credit card. That was it. Whereas, I mean, the drink package would have cost us, between the two of us, over $600. So, you know, it was a good thing we didn't get that, because we did 15 drinks a day. You know, you feel, and I've seen this on other videos, people feel obligated. They have to try to get the most out of that package. So
and you really want to enjoy your cruise and not stay wasted.
Right, exactly. I mean,
You know?
we're not 20-somethings, obviously. You know, we're not, you know, there to get on board and start pounding, you know, Mai Tais and beers and shots and whatnot. You know, we wanted to enjoy the entire cruise. So, with that out of the way, as far as clothing, you know, we wound up we had 2 big bags, one for her, one for me, as far as our clothing and essential items. And then we had our backpacks, and we had the carry-on, or the roller bag, which had the soda and the wine in it, and maybe a few other things, you know, small things. Found out, you know, we could have got away with just what we had in our backpacks, really. I mean, so
Right.
yeah, we won't be doing that part again.
Is our passports and our swimsuit, just
Yeah.
in case we want to go swimming.
Right, exactly. Because when you first get on board the ship, the first day, you're on board by around, if you get there early, 10:30, 11 o'clock, you can't get to your room until about 1. We got lucky. We checked our room to see if it was available about 10 minutes till 1, and we were able to get, you know, our luggage was already there at the room waiting for us, and so we were really fortunate in that sense. But they tell you usually about 1:30 is when your room's ready. So everybody heads to the Lido deck and sits at the bar and, you know, sits there and mingles and whatnot. And, you know, if you're having a group cruise or anything like that, that's where everybody meets and stuff like that normally. But, yeah, we wound up going to the room, like I said, about 10 minutes to 1, dropped off our backpacks and everything so we could change and get ready for the day. And so the other thing we brought with us too was a collapsible ice chest, or it was a round thing we bought with us. In one of our previous videos we showed it, you know, and we had asked the room steward when he came in to read us the first day. I said, "Could you do me a favor and keep this filled with ice?" We left it in the little bathroom because our room was an Ocean View Deluxe, which had two bathrooms, one main bathroom and then one little half bath. And so we kept that in there. And I said, "Hey, just, you know, for the soda and stuff to keep it cold." Didn't need that. You know, the poor guy kept ice in it. That thing didn't keep ice. Every day it was water. You know, by the time he came back the next day, it was water.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it really did not work very well. So that's out. The other thing we bought was a collapsible laundry basket. We kept. Yeah, you don't need it. All the closets that we had in there.
Had plenty of room for.
Right, you just basically take your dirty clothes and throw them into the bottom of one of them. At least, you know, that's what we figured out we could do. And then at the end of the trip, you just gather everything up, put it in one of the bags, and, you know, that's your laundry going, you know, leaving with you. But so, you know, there's, like I said, the things that we thought we would need, we turned out we really didn't, you know.
If you're on at sea, you can wear your your shorts at least 2 times.
Yeah, I
within
mean,
that week, or, you know, you've got your swimsuit.
Yeah, you know.
Most people wear their swimsuits.
Yeah, a lot of
all
people
day.
wearing their swimsuits around it, you know, around the whole ship most of the day. I mean, as long as it's tasteful, of course. Saw a few that weren't, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, we, even though we had all this time, you know, to study up on it, all the study in the world, we still made the same mistakes, you know. So
everybody's gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, you're going to make these mistakes. You're going to have to learn for yourself, you know, just like I'm sure everybody else has, you know. But it is, you know, it's a wonderful experience, but you want to try to make it as less stressful as possible. So, you know, in my opinion, we probably could have got away with one big bag, one big suitcase, and our 2 backpacks, really. I know it sounds like for a 6-day cruise that doesn't sound like enough, But again, like I said, we were bringing extra shoes. Now, I understand if you're going to do the formal nights, if you're wearing a suit or a dress, you're going to have a garment bag or something like that. We didn't do the formal nights. You know, like a lot of people, I have a couple of suits in my closet. They are what I call my wedding funeral suits. I don't wear a suit normally at any time. So
I don't do dresses at all.
And she doesn't do dresses. So, slacks, a nice shirt. We did the steakhouse the first night, and I had a nice pair of black jeans and nice shoes, and a nice colorful shirt, and she did the same, and that was fine for that. Again, throwing on a suit just to go to eat dinner wasn't appealing to us. Now, I understand, like I said, a lot of people did it. We didn't have to. You don't have to go to that dining room for that specific, formal night if you didn't want to. There's plenty more other places to go on the ship to eat. The buffet, and as I said, Carnival, it's Guy's Burgers. Practically lived on those things. There's Guy's Burgers was fantastic, but there's a lot of different options. You don't have to feel like you're obligated to anything. So, what else? What else do you think it was a mistake that we made?
My mistake, I don't do swimming pools, especially on a cruise. I don't do salt water.
That was the part that
shock.
shocked both of us. We went into the pool, the back aft pool, and while we were in Costa Maya, we came back from Costa Maya, and we was like, yeah, let's just go. We'll sit in the back, have a few drinks, and we'll sit in the back pool. We got in, no problem. Beautiful water, beautiful temperature, everything. It felt great. And she dunked her head. She tilted her head, dunked her head to wet her hair. Came up and she was like, "It's salt." And I was like, "What?" And because I had a beard at that time, I went like that, and I was like, "Yeah, it's like being in the ocean." And then it dawned on me, well, that makes sense. Cruise ships got to supply water, fresh water for these pools if they keep them. There's no way they could provide that much water to fill up two pools.
Have showers there at the pool where you can
right, and
rinse off.
they had around the pool. There's like 3 or 4 showers or whatever, freshwater showers to rinse off the salt from you. Once you got out of the pool. Now, and again, don't get me wrong. Saltwater pools very refreshing and all that. You just got if you weren't expecting it, expect it. All these pools have salt water in them, so just letting you know.
We don't do the ocean, so that's why I don't like salt water.
Well, I mean, the ocean doesn't bother me, but the point being is that expect the unexpected, and that was one of the unexpected because you're looking at this pool, oh, beautiful clear water and all that, and you get in and it's salt. I was like, okay, that's different. So, what would you say would be another thing that we made a mistake on?
I think we pretty much covered it, didn't we?
I don't know. I guess we did, but again, don't take our word for a lot of this stuff. Just like we didn't take the word of a lot of people, the professionals out there who do this all the time.
We still overpacked.
We still,
kept telling us not to.
That is one of the golden rules. If you put it out there on Facebook or anything on any of the cruise sites, what is the number one rule to follow if you're going on your first cruises? Don't overpack. Well, we overpacked. You still wind up overpacking. And you just have to learn for yourself what works for you. May not work for others too. That's the other thing too. Maybe there are other people out there that wanted 24 cans of soda and 24 bottles of water and everything like that, and that's fine. But for us, we didn't need that much. So, it's just one of those things you have to experience yourself. Now we know. For our next cruise, we won't be bringing that much soda. We won't be I won't be pre-ordering that much water. Again, like I said, we also bought our own tumblers with us, because her tea, she likes to have her tea and everything. So the buffet has the tea and the coffee and the juices and all that stuff there. So you can just fill up, as you're walking around the boat with that. So, I just assumed that we were going to need a buttload of bottled water, and it turns out we didn't. So, again, like I said, our experience might be different than some of those others.
Because you can always, if you run out, you can always order water to bring back.
That's right. You can get more. I mean, it's.
And that's what we'll do.
It is a little cheaper to pre-order it but I don't think it's by any means
much.
that by much at all. Um, in the ports, we didn't sign up for any excursions or anything like that, only because, again, like I said, we were studying all these things prior to going, and we just figured for us, this time around, we just wanted to be able to experience the ship, experience the ports by, for us, we just got off, bought a bunch of souvenirs for the grandkids and the kids and whatnot, and for ourselves, and took some videos for the channel, and then got back on board the ship. So we were only in each, and we didn't stray too far from the ports, except for Costa Maya, because we had found a couple of really good friends, and we decided to get a golf cart. Actually, our friend Matt, and his wife Diane, excuse me, they had the idea for the golf cart. And we just rode around the island in Costa Maya. That was it. We really didn't do much. We just wanted to experience it and did that. But other than that, we didn't have like swim, like I said, swim with the sharks or, dolphins, sharks, piranha, whatever. We didn't do any of that stuff.
You can swim with the sharks.
Hey, yeah, piranha, they're more, they're, it's more of a challenge with them, But yeah, we didn't do any of that because, like I said, we wanted to try to, we just wanted to see what was going to be for us. And this was like a test run, both, to see basically if we were going to like it in the first place, if we were going to like cruising. Turns out, we really like cruising, so it's a lot of fun. And it's a complete experience. By the way, and I said this in the other videos, I want to put a big kudos out to Carnival as far as their check-in process for that day. It was really fast. It was boom, 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 and we were on the ship and having a drink before we knew it.
What, 15 minutes before we
Yeah,
got on the
you
ship?
go, and I've been telling everybody this. I kind of compare it to being at the airport. You drop off your check luggage, that they take, your big bags, and you bring your carry-ons. And so you go from, once you drop off your main luggage, you have the tags and all that on it, so they know where it's going. And we start, you head to the terminal area where now the check-in process starts. And they're very friendly. They guide you along the way. As a group, they'll say, okay, you guys over here, you guys over there, there. And you go to the different stations. And it was, yes, very fast, very quickly. And they moved, from place to place. The first spot was check your passports, check your boarding pass, make sure you are who you say you are, and things like. And then the next one is security, where they send you through the metal detector and they scan your bags through the X-ray machine and all that. Same thing, just like going to an airport. And then after that, they guide you over to these metal tables, and there's a couple of nice security people that check through your bags. And believe me, if you're thinking about trying to get alcohol on board,
It won't work.
I can guarantee you 99% of the people get caught, at least in that area. Maybe they get it through their check bag.
The top of
The wine bottles,
and
yeah,
check
our
the
wine
cork,
bottles, right.
And she puts it right back on there. Perfect. She knows how to take it off and put it on.
Right. What they were looking to is, they pop it off. They want to see if the cork's been removed and, the wine tip poured out and alcohol put in. Because I've seen that on other channels too, where, hey, this is a hack, they call them, hacks. And no, they know that trick. They know just about, and they even opened up our cans, our 12 packs of sodas.
Make sure there's nothing else in there.
Right, make sure there's nothing
Like
else in
blue
there and it's been
bottles
sealed
and-
back up or anything like that. There was really, they were very thorough in checking this stuff. They take it really seriously. And, the whole time, we're talking and cutting up and having a good time about it because, we didn't do anything wrong. But I can imagine if anybody who tried to do that was probably be sweating bullets at that point because it's like, they can refuse you to get on the ship if you do something like that.
And that's a lot of
Not
money
that
to be
they
wasted.
would. Yeah, and you're looking at, $1,500 flushed down the tube before you even got on the boat. Let's send you home. And so for us, if you want to if you're an experienced cruiser and you've tried this stuff before and you've gotten away with it, most of the time, my understanding is they slap you on the wrist, especially if you have it in your check bags.
They'll put a little note in
They
there.
put oh, we caught you, no, and they confiscate it, and that's it. But
you don't get it back.
Yeah, you don't get it back. No, they're very strict about those things. So we weren't even going to think about trying that. Really, I think that's pretty much covers it as far as the do's and don'ts. Again, like I said, it's a matter of preference and what you want to try for yourselves. But yeah, the overpacking thing is one of the things everybody does. Oh, another tip, real quick. Somebody had told just before we left. Another experienced cruiser had told me was your 2 check bags. If you're bringing 2, one his and hers, take half of yours and put it in hers, and vice versa.
Just in case one of them gets lost.
Just in case one gets lost. I've read recently, as a matter of fact today, and a very experienced cruiser, her and her daughter over in Amsterdam, and the airline lost both their luggage.
Both of them.
But you read it?
Yes.
Oh,
I
it's in
read
Karen's.
it.
Yeah. I mean, now they haven't even started their cruise yet, which is I think it's supposed to be tomorrow, and the only thing they have is what they bought, their carry-ons.
That's it.
I mean, both bags gone, and that was in Heathrow Airport, and because they're supposed to be going to I think Italy and a whole bunch of different places, but for the next week or so they don't. I don't know how they're going to do it. I guess they'll tell us when they get back, or at least on Facebook they'll tell us. But yeah, that's one of the things you have to keep in mind is that it is possible. Hey, your luggage, or even though you're dropping it off right there at the terminal and it's just going straight onto the ship,
it may be delayed.
It might be delayed.
Until 10 o'clock that night.
Right, it's up until 10. Yeah. So, I mean, again, we were fortunate. We got ours, before 1 o'clock. It was already there and ready to go. But yeah, that's a pretty good tip. Split up the clothing so that at least you have, if one bag gets lost, you have the other one.
Right.
So.
And always carry your medicine in your carry-on.
Yes. Oh, yeah. If you're on medication such as us for blood pressure and whatnot, and whatever you might, yes, put that in your backpack or whatever. And the reason for the backpacks is pretty simple. We found out is so that one, it's easy to carry onto the boat, but also when you go on your excursions or you go into your ports, one of you, the mule, you know who that is, gets to carry everything, for all the souvenirs and everything into the backpack, and so yeah, they're I highly suggest no matter where you go or what you do, get a couple of backpacks just to have those. Again, like I said, the roll-on carry bag, probably not going to do that again. Oh, the towels. I had the brilliant idea, and I'll take full blame for this, of bringing our own beach towels. Because, again, we were studying all this stuff, and I found out that the towels that they have on the ship were only a certain size. And I was like, we're big people. I want a big towel. I want a big beach towel. So we went to Wally World, like everybody else, and bought these big beach towels. They were, I don't know how big they were, but we paid like $10 each or whatever they were. Now, when we were out there shopping for them, Momma D picked out her girly-looking one, and it was cute. But I'm looking at the one for the guys, and I'm like, there's nothing really. Yeah, here's one. It's all black, but it's got a big pineapple on it. If you don't know about pineapples and cruising, look it up. It'll open your eyes. So, needless to say, the pineapple beach towel never left the room. Okay? I'll leave it at that. I'll let you guys find out for yourselves on that one.
And now we did decorate our room, our door.
Yes, we did the door like
yeah. We probably won't do that next time. One of the couples that we bet he ordered something that just looked like a little ship, but had their name.
Yeah. When
personalized on
it said
It's
you know,
on that side of the
Matt
door.
and Diane established, and I guess it was
Yeah.
the year they got
So we'll probably end
married.
up
Yeah.
doing that instead of
Yeah,
carrying
I
all
mean,
that stuff
yeah,
to decorate your door.
we saw some really fantastic creative ideas on doors. It was really neat on some of these doors, and it is pretty nice. You know, and again, they do look all this. It's just like walking down a hotel room corridor. All the room doors look the same, but they are, you know, the numbers are there, so you know, you
But
can't
people
really
also
miss
go
it.
around and look at the doors.
Yeah, the doors get really interesting, you know. So there you go. But that's pretty much it on this, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that pretty much covers it. Again, you know, I can't stress this enough. Please, you know, if you like Joe and Momma D, please subscribe, like, share, throw some comments in there. I answer all the comments, and or at least I try to. And or you know, if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to ask. And if you want to email us, pretty simple. It's letitgostudios@gmail.com. There you go. So until next time, we'll see you out there somewhere. And it's Joe and Momma D. We're just enjoying life's little adventures. So we'll see you again. Thanks.